All right, let me introduce our next speaker. It's actually a virtual presentation, so he will be presenting from the comfort of his home or office. All right, everybody, next up is Mohamed Abdalhamid. With 18 plus years of experience across Europe, North America, and the Middle East and North Africa, he helps organizations unlock the business potential of geospatial data. At TechG-X, he leads strategies that transform GIS analysis into actionable insights, enabling climate solutions, infrastructure planning, and commercial growth. Mohamed's expertise spans GIS, product development, and digital transformation across diverse industries, including urban planning, agriculture, government, retail, banking, insurance and real estate, and F&B. He specializes in building location intelligence solutions and geospatial AI products that deliver sustainable impact and smarter business decisions. All right, Mohamed, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. Thank you so much.
All right, excellent. Take it away.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. Hi, everyone. I am Mohamed Abdalhamid, the co-founder of TechG-X and part of the team behind GriidAi. Today, we'll talk about GriidAi. But before we talk about GriidAi, I might share part of our thoughts and philosophy behind GriidAi, that we believe in the future of geospatial technology that doesn't belong only for the experts, especially that the GIS is considered one of a bit complicated and it has a lot of manual work should be done by the experts. But we see that the GIS should be more belongs to the decision makers, planners, engineers, and analysts. And that's why we have GriidAi for you today. Let's start by introducing GriidAi to you. GriidAi is transforming how GIS professionals and organizations can interact with geospatial data by making complex spatial engineering accessible and intelligent and fast. And this happens by main key enablers we provide through GriidAi. The first one is having the capability of no-code and AI-powered workflows that, beside reusable and prompt-driven tools and plug-and-play architecture that can work with multiple LLMs and engines and integrate with different data formats and data sources, and finally, real-time and scalability. And this will lead to have like a direct impact across three pillars and angles. The first one is turning months of GIS function and analysis and development into guided workflows. The second one is equip technical and non-technical teams with special superpowers using the AI for sure. And finally, to accelerate the innovation in resilience and sustainable infrastructure and many things in our plan. So we are coming to simplify the GIS or the geospatial technology by an agentic AI spatial engineering platform that orchestrates the GIS tasks for you and then returns a complex geospatial workflow into simple, guided, prompt-based experience, enabling anyone to analyze, process, and automate geospatial data without any coding. And that's simply when we were thinking how the GIS works across different tools, across different platforms we use across the GIS, we found it is follow these simple steps. At the beginning, we define the objective, then we define the way of running this type of analysis, or we call it the mediator, then the tools that should be used for running this analysis, and the type of analysis and the type of workflows, then getting the final outputs. But let me answer this question. Why do you or anyone might need to use GriidAi? It starts by technology and data agnostic, where this platform is coming to you that is very capable and integratable with different LLMs and different data formats. Besides having human in the loop as an intelligent technique, always to confirm whatever flow or analysis you need to implement using the tool. And it's 100% no code, just prompting and talking with the tool as with the human language, as if it's one of your team members to do the task for you. And reusable workflows and tools. And this is part of a contributor ecosystem that we are building to have the experts of GIS to build multiple tools on our community and allow these kind of tools that contributors will build through our platform to allow other users to get benefit of it. And real-time integrations, scalability, that's beside accessibility and deployment and expandability. Let's have like a use case just to give you an idea on how the flow would work and compare between the regular GIS implementation versus the AI or GriidAi implementation. If we have this use case to define a fire station coverage and response time analysis, at the beginning, we have the question in our mind: what's our current fire station coverage and where are the gaps for the next expansion? After that, the GIS analyst or the GIS experts will interpret the question and breaks down its steps and define the required data layers. And all of this definitely will be done manually somehow. Then they define the tools that should be used or the platforms like QGIS, ArcGIS, or even writing some Python scripts. Then design the spatial workflow and the analysis itself to run it and get the final output. And the final output in that case, using such tools, it will be a bit static, like PDF map or static map, or even a static dashboard. But when using GriidAi, we convert the question just into prompts, like the prompt that most of us now are using on ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. Just write the prompt, ask the AI to fix the problem for you and to run the analysis by, this is an example, identify underserved census tracts and population base on a simple 5-minute driving time buffer around the state fire stations using GIS buffer analysis. Here we defined what we need to analyze, the 5-minute drive time as one of the factors, besides to use the buffer as the way to analyze that. And all the steps are done by AI. The AI or GriidAi, it starts to run the agentic AI we have embedded into the system. It breaks the task down into subtasks. It executes the analysis and it combines all the tools that is inside the platform to run the analysis and get all the outputs in all the required format in GIS, like tabular format, like map format, and definitely it can be downloaded to other type of GIS tools. Let me give you another quick scenario, but the previous one was a bit more for vector data, but whenever we're talking about the raster data and the sea level rising as an example of the raster data, it's a bit more complicated due to the size of the files, the complexity of the type of analysis, and the time it consumes from anyone running such an analysis using raster data, especially when it is bigger scale or bigger zones or bigger cities. So the question we have in our mind here is what sea level rise is projected for the study area in our city. And that's the beginning always when we talk about GIS. Then the same flow, we define, the GIS analyst starts to define the subtasks, define the data layers or the satellite imagery that is required, define the tools, run the analysis or prepare the analysis manually till it gets the output. As again, it's static, it's not very dynamic, it's on PDF or static dashboards. But when using GriidAi, simply all of these flow, and all of you know from the GIS, since most of you are GIS experts, you know and understand how the raster data takes long time because every single step, it is considered having an output for the next step. And even the processing of satellite imagery, it takes long time using the typical or the regular GIS platforms. But using GriidAi, this workflow automatically, all the steps will be run in the back end of the system, and we will see a live demo in a few seconds to visualize this for you. So let's jump into the live demo. You see my screen again, right? There's a lot, the system is there. Can you please confirm? Hello.
We're here.
Yeah, okay, great. So this is the interface of GriidAi. It's a very simple chat prompt technique. Anyone can talk with the AI using GriidAi. Here you can start different chats or different conversations. Here you can have your previous conversations with all the type of analysis you've created. And from here, we can upload our file. Let's start this. by uploading the first example we have for you. Here, we have seen here the type of formats of files that is supported now at GriidAi. You can pick any one of these and just select the file from your storage or your laptop and click upload. It will be uploaded on the platform, and we will start communicate and talk with the AI about this specific layer. We'll see how in seconds. Okay, so now this is where we upload the files. This is where we display the files, the layers that are added to the platform. Here you can show the map. And if we show in this layer, it will take some few seconds to be displayed on the map. Here, these are the map displayed on the screen. We might start the conversation by just saying hi. Let's see how it will reply to us. It will explain to us some details about what is GriidAi. We might ask him, show metadata of file. And when we do this semicolon, you'll find all the layers listed here. It is, or you can just call the layer. I ask the AI now to tell me about the metadata of this specific layer. We'll see now. You see, it got all the details related to this file, the size, the geometry type, the projection, all the details that is related to this specific layer. We might as well see from here, you can download the layer again if you need to download, and you can visualize the attribute as well. You can see all the attributes that are related to this specific file from here. Let's ask him for a more longer prompt now, and that's very interesting. Let me show you here. That's the prompt we have. I asked him to get for me the Tampa city map. Just a second. Yes, like this. And in the layers, we don't have the Tampa city map layer. But here, what the AI will do, it will search on the internet and find the map layer in the proper format that fits into the GIS, and it will embed into the platform, and you will show it right here. Let's try this and see how it will work. And here we implement the human in the loop in the technique of just the AI explains to you the exact process, what are the steps that the AI will take to get this action for the user. And in some cases, it will ask for some confirmation. And here he asks for confirmation. I just say confirm. Yes, you see, there's a map displayed here. This was not there. We didn't upload it. So we got it here. Now we have Tampa layer, but that's how it's work. I know we have very limited time. I would love to keep some time for the questions, but let me show you the fire station analysis part here. We had these layers uploaded, the fire station's location and the tracks boundaries of this area. And then we started the conversation. We asked them to create the buffer of 3 and 5 meter drive time. He started to calculate all the analysis required, and he asked for confirmation. I said, yes, confirmed, and it did all the required layers, and this is all done by the AI. It creates the map, it added the layers to the map as we see. Even we asked more using 5-minute buffer and census track to create coverage map and find out the service, the out of service areas to define where we might go to expand our new zones to have our new areas to have our next expansion of the fire station, especially these areas at the eastern part of the city. And here, all the details of the prompt, you can even ask him about some attributions. Show me the served and underserved statistics. I don't need to create new map. He started to calculate how the count of tracks that are served and the percent, and the underserved tracks, how many of them and the percent, the total population that are served and the total population that underserved. All of these like gets it from the attribution data of the map. The same if we saw the SLR or the sea level rising, we uploaded all the layers or the files, but this is raster files, which is a bit big. Definitely, it will take a bit time to be uploaded, but we have the same process. We asked for the metadata. We asked it to add the one of the two satellite imagery to the SLR, and it does it as it was required. And all the process has been done to get the final output, as you see here, for all the SLR analysis, running the workflow. And to show you here, that's the workflow I was talking and showed you in the presentation, this workflow that has all the steps of the analysis, and no need to repeat the same type of analysis more and more. If you need to run the same SLR depth analysis anywhere, just you can use this workflow, and for whatever area of interest you need to run this data analysis for. The last thing before we get back to the slides, we have a very interesting thing, especially for the experts and professionals that we will invite to use our platform. We have here something called behind the prompt. The behind the prompt option, it shows the script, the Python scripts that is running in the background to run the analysis and to run and execute the analysis. The good thing here, not every time we have some samples of tools right now, but if you're an expert in the hydrology and you will create a workflow for hydrology analysis specifically, and this was not on the platform before, all the scripts of the Python for the hydrology, it will be on the platform, and you can fine tune it and you can revise it, and you can publish this tool under your name, under your IP, if you might say, on the platform. That's very quickly was our new GriidAi that transforms AI from GIS to have a human interaction with the GIS and have all the analysis running. And that's exactly what we are converting here, from the manual and expert heavy requirement to define the problems to just conversations. You just talk with the AI, and if the AI doesn't understand, will ask you. From days, it becomes minutes. From fragmented tools, different tools, we are not confident which tool is best for this type of analysis. It's just scripts. GriidAi will do the job for you. And here, repetitive tasks. Sometimes you need to repeat, like the SLR, you might have to repeat the same process again and again, but with having this saved workflows, you can repeat using it. So that was my presentation today. Would love to invite you to get early access of GriidAi by scanning this QR code on the right. And if you'd like to connect with me, that's my email and that's my LinkedIn profile. I guess we still have some few minutes for questions. I'm here if you do have any questions. And that as well, my dear partner is there in the event physically, Uday. So definitely, if we couldn't cover all the questions in remaining minutes, Uday definitely will support you and answer for your questions.
All right. Thank you, Mohamed.
Thank you.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for him? No questions? They're asking, does it allow for an export or map export?
Yes, you can definitely do that from here. Let me show you very quickly. Even for the new created layers, not all the layers will be added. And for this raster layer is created by the AI. From these 3 dots, you can download it. You can extract it from the platform and use it whatever you want.
You can even convert into the other form.
Can you say it again? The voice is not clear.
Oh, Uday was assisting you.
Ah, okay, that's good.
All right, anything else? No. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.